if you need to add up values based on multiple criteria, then SUMIFS is the function that you would want to use. Let's get right into an example here. So here I have a table with a list of states, departments for each state, and the expenses associated with each department. What I'd like to do in this example here is add up all the expenses related to Florida tourism. So let's get started with the SUMIFS function to accomplish that. So I'm going to type in equals SUMIFS. Now, the first criteria or argument in the function is the sum range. So this is the range where we are going to find the values that we want to add up. So I'm just going to go ahead and select that. Next is our first criteria range. So in this case here, I'm going to make that the list of states. So here I have a range with the list of states and the criteria. I'm going to select Florida. Now in this example here, I'm selecting the cell that contains FL, but I could also type it in implicitly by putting it between quotations like that. So I'm just going to go back to the cell reference though, just to stay consistent. And then the next argument is our second criteria. So in this example here, it's going to be tourism. So I'm going to select a range that contains tourism. And then our criteria is tourism. Once again, I could put this between quotations, or I can select tourism. So in this case here, I'll select the cell again and close the bracket. Now what you'll notice is that it summed everything up. 500 for Florida. Let's just take a quick look. 300 and 200. Yep, that looks good. But let's say that I wanted to make this a little bit more versatile. Let's say that tourism has two departments. So there's going to be tourism and tourism 2. So I've just updated this now to say under department tourism 2. You can see my formula updated as well because now it's not picking it up anymore. It's gone to 300. It's just finding the value or the entry that says tourism. So what I'm going to do over here is I can actually add a wildcard. So we'll just go back into our formula, and I'm just going to make a slight modification to the second criteria. I'm going to hit the ampersand, and I'm going to put between quotations a wildcard. Now there are two types of wildcards. I'm not going to get into that, but this one, wildcard over here, is an asterisk. So it basically says tourism and anything goes after tourism. It can be any word, any combination, anything. So I'm just going to put in the wildcard here, and I'm going to hit enter, and we should be able to pick up that extra $200 again. And there we go. Hey, I hope you found this video helpful. Tried to add a little extra value with the wildcard at the end. It's actually Canada Day long weekend, and we got 4th of July coming up as well. So said, hey, the best way to celebrate our nations is by posting a video on YouTube explaining how to use the SUMIFS function. Anyways, if you found this helpful, please consider liking and subscribing, and thanks for watching.